Oh, Tashitele, hello everyone. Hope everyone is keeping well. Uh, yeah, so welcome back to the Lojong session. So I'll take a few moments to settle one's body and mind in the present moment, simply by placing one's awareness towards the natural breathing in and out. So that way one can be able to withdraw the distracted thoughts into the central focus in the present time. Then on that still mind, then try to, very much like in the still vast infinite space. Then there's like formations of cloud. Mm, uh, it's very much like that. So on this, on the very still of your mind, then there's mm, mm, infinite pervasive lotus. Then on that, Sandis, Mundis. Then on top of that, where Guru Shakyamuni Buddha uh, residing in the center of Guru Shakyamuni Buddha. And then your guru, your uh, root guru, who is embodiment of all the other lineage gurus. Then surrounded by numberless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. You can visualize the entire universe is completely filled with goldish color kind of light, very bright, but yet goldish, shine, shine. Feel very comfort, soothing, awaken. Then yourself as the lineage son and daughter, the disciple, facing towards this merit field. Then oneself um, uh, with your altruism, you are leading rest of the numberless sentient beings. Starting with your present lives, father, mother, visualize they are at the right and the left side of yours. then all the people whom you know, the animals, then all the other people and the beings to whom that you regard that they are frightful, who harm you, to whom you regard as an enemy. Then the rest of the other sentient beings to whom that you don't know, their relation to you as a stranger. So entire numberless sentient beings. In the same posture like yourself, very much like meditative posture. Then carrying this sincere faith and conviction towards Guru, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and all the celestial beings. Then you express your purpose. Your purpose is to purify all the negativities, defilements, obscurations, and actualizing all the causes and conditions to the stages of liberation all the way up to state of enlightenment by accumulating merit of wisdom, merit of method. So rest of the other sentient beings who are with you, they too express the same way. And feel how blessed, how fortunate that you are refuge or guided or led by these enlightened celestial beings. Then sincerely inspire that rest of my life, this very year, this very month, this very week, this very day, and this very moment, and this very session of the Lojong teaching, Lojong discourse, just simply listening to them, just simply being, present to the session, whether you are listening right now in live or listening through the recording, whatever way. Then contemplation on them, meditation on them, and taking these Lojong teachings as a tool to develop one's heart, bring as a way of life in our day-to-day life, to become oneself as a cause and condition for happiness of yourself, happiness of surrounding beings, happiness of the world, peace and virtues of self, family, rest of the sentient beings, all the way up to enlightenment. Yeah. So expressing that from the depth of your heart, then when I recite refuge and Bodhicitta prayer, salutation to Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, salutation to our lineage gurus. So and especially you try to meditate and deepen that in your mind. Okay. Sangye Jodam Zoje Jonala, Janju Bado Dani Jazoje, Daji Zoje Besonamje, Dola Benje Sanje Jubarai. Sangye Jodam Zoje Jonala, Janju Bado Dani Jazoje, Daji Zoje Besonamje. Dola Benje Sanje Jubrajo, Sangye Jodam Zoje Jonala, Janju Bado Dani Jazoje. Daji Jinso Jebe Zonamji, Dola Benji Zanje Jubarai Sho, Zanje, Chodan Zoji, Chonala, Chanju Badu Dani Jason. Daji Jinso Jebe Zonamji, Dola Benji Zanje Jubarai Sho. Zemje damje dewa dang dewe ju dang dembra ju je zemje damje donga dang donga je ju dang dawa zemje damje donga mebe dewa dang mi dawa ju je zemje damje nyere ja dang nye dang dawe dang nyong lan dembra ju roj zemje damje dewa dang dewe ju dang dembra ju je zemje damje donga dang donga je ju dang dawa ju je zemje damje donga mebe dewa dang mi dawa Semje damje nyere jada ni danda ve danyo la ne bara gyuro je semje damje dewa dang dewe ju dan dembra ju je semje damje dunga dang dunga je ju dan dawa semje damje dunga me be dewa dang mi dawa ju je semje damje nyere jada ni danda ve danyo la ne bara gyuro je Kange doze ne zone dawa damje pambe jere dambe jene denze bang godam dela jaze lo to ni ni je son do ju Seje zenjo ganje den de ge jana be mo den zen ja zo la so wa den zo da ye jin ye lo. Yeah, then for a few moments we take the opportunity to collectively coming together to do some medicine Buddha practice, recitations of medicine Buddha mantra, dedicating to all the people that who need our prayer support, who are going through difficult times, in particularly to do with health. Then especially we dedicate this to Venerable Roger to have an effective treatment of his hip hurt and swift recovery and able to serve Gyabja Lama Supa Rinpoche and the FPMT in accordance with the what Venerable aspire. Mm. Yeah, so, and also there are individuals who have requested prayers who are going through very difficult time of their health. Some are just, doing procedures of very critical diseases, um, etc. So, yeah, we dedicate. And from your side, if you know anyone that who really need the prayer supports, and please through you our collective prayers to be dedicated, as well as those who are suffering from natural disasters, war, famine, abuse, physical, mental sufferings, whatever sufferings that they may be. We are here to be there for them. This is our purpose of life. This is the whole purpose of practicing Mahayanic Dharma, practicing Lojong. Even if possible, even just for 1 minute, one moment, how fortunate that we have opportunity to be there for, at least in our prayers, in the relief of sufferings, in relief of karma and delusion of miserable sentient beings, like that. Tu je ko la nyon be chom den de zen zang de be nge do do nga se de sun ne ze sang je men je la be do ya ye wa la cha se lo ta ya ta be gan ze ma be gan ze ran za sa mong ga de so ta ya da be gan ze ma be gan ze ran za sa mong ga de so Tayada beganze ma beganze ranza samuga deso Tayada beganze ma beganze ranza samuga deso Tayada beganze ma beganze ranza samuga deso Dayada beganze ma beganze ranza samuga deso Dayada beganze ma beganze ranza samunga deso Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze randa zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze randa zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze randa zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze randa zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza samunga deso. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza samunga deso. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza samunga deso. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza samunga deso. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza zamunga dezo. Dayada beganze beganze ma beganze beganze ranza zamunga dezo. Jawa de nyudo da membe jabo dujune dowa jijamale de salang barai jo pama zemje tamje denda denjo jeng do tamje ta do doa chanjo zemba gana sujo pa de ta gunje malam do juje semje ne ba jinye ba nyudo ne le ta ju de ne ne ma le ba da do juma me barai jo. Okay, thank you very much. Oh yeah, so we are continuing from the classical Lojong teaching, the text, the great collection of the Lojong treatise, and we are right now studying the chapter 24, Mahayana mind training, eliminating future adversities. And there are three parts, the preliminary and the actual practice, and the meaning or the purpose of the practice, So today, the third purpose of the practice, which is on page 244. If you are using the collection of the volume, then we are on the page 244. Okay, so it says like this. There are four immediate purposes of Mahayana mind training. It has been taught. So there are four immediate purposes. Okay. The first one, it is the great counterpoint to happiness. The first one is the great counterpoint to happiness. Second one, it is the great closure to your misery. The third one, it is the friend that commiserate if you live alone. And the fourth, it is the nurse when you are sick. So beautiful, isn't it? So when you start to practice the mind training teachings, when you take the mind training, the Lojong advices, Lojong teachings, the different tools that shared by the great Kadamba masters of the Tibet, Kadamba masters of the India, the great Panditas, and all these teachings are, blessed by like Buddha Maitreya, Buddha Manjushri, like Shakyamuni Buddha, and it is the practice that was practiced by all the past Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and it is the only way the part that also will be practiced by all the future Buddhas, like such as the present Bodhisattvas, such as those practitioners like yourself, and all the rest of the beings that who are eventually will obtain Buddhahood. The practicing of the Dharma is very much the essence which described from the Lojong teaching. So when you practice, so therefore the benefit of any part of the Lojong practice, any part of the Lojong advice, if you integrate to your life, then it is the best cause, the right cause uh, for uh, for creating happiness, and bringing peace and happiness. You see, the moment you start to practice Lojong, you know, your happiness is start from there. You see, and not only that, if one is mm, uh, yeah, of course, we are suffering sentient being by the pervasive compounded suffering of samsara. But even on top of that, if individuals are experiencing, other form of more obvious, troubles in life, then when you start to take the Lojong teaching, when you use Lojong in any part of the Lojong methods, then it will act as a cause and condition closer to your misery, you see. So it is like a medicine, the right medicine, the complete medicine, the most effective treatment, that will heal our misery, you see. Then not only that, um, if you feel down, if you feel lonely, if you feel lonely of anything, lonely of virtue, if you feel lonely of enlightenment, lonely of liberation, lonely from enlightenment, lonely from liberation, lonely from realization on the stages of the path. If you feel lonely from the family, friends, and lonely from inner peace, joy and happiness, then all the different level of Lojong technique, Lojong teaching, Lojong mind training practice will become, uh, you know, uh, uh, yeah, commiserate. It become a console to your loneliness. You see, it become a condition to deliver the fulfillment which you are lonely from anything that as I given an example before. Yeah, you see. So in other words, it become a path to fulfill the limitations that one experience like that. Then it is also the Lojong teaching is very much like a nurse. Mhm. Even there are medicines. Even there are like so many um, um, how to say um, conditions to bring happiness to ourselves, condition to overcome our mental, physical diseases, physical sicknesses,